भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवन्ति नैतिके कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय नंद गोप कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरियत्कृत्वा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुधीरतारणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरे कृष्णा, welcome all the devotees for Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. I'll seek blessings from all the devotees so that I can speak the Bhagavatam in the parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotees and my own purification. Hare Krishna. Today we will be reciting the second canto, second chapter, 8th sloka. It's very important. Today onwards we will be Surya Goswami describing about the Paramatma form. So it's very interesting. You can all recite along with me. Kinchit pada dehanat antar hridaya avekshe pradesha mantram pradesha matram purusham vasantam chaturbhujam kancho ratanga sankhya Shanka Gadadaram Dharane Yasmaranti Kinchit Swadeha Antara Hridaya Avakshaya Pradesha Mantram Purusham Vasantam Chaturbhujam Kancha Ratanga Sankhya Gadadaram Dharanaya Smaranti Kinchit Swadehananta Hridaya Avekya Pradesha Mantram Purusham Vasantam Chaturbhujam Kancha Ratanga Sankhya Gadadaram Dharanaya Smaranti. Word by word meaning. Kinchit, others. Swadeha Anantaha, within the body. Hridaya Avekshaha, in the region of heart. Pradesha Mantram, measuring only 8 inches. Purusham, pathetic goddess. Vasantam, residing. Chatubhujam, with 4 hands. Kancha, lotus. Ratanga, the wheel of chariot. Shanka, conch shell. Gadadaram, and with a club in the hand. Dharaniya, conceiving in that way. Smaranti, do meditate upon him. Translation perspective is great. Bhaktivedanta Jayakshara Prabhupada. Translation: the other conceive of the personality of Godhead residing within the body in the region of heart, measuring only 8 inches, with 4 hands carrying the lotus, the wheel of chariot, a conch shell and a club respectively. Purpose: all the all-pervading personality of Godhead residing as a Paramatma in the heart of each and every living entity. The measurement of the localized personality of Godhead is estimated to expand from the ring finger to the end of the thumb. This is the ring finger, this is the end of the thumb. So this much length. More or less 8 inches. The form of the Lord described in this verse with the distribution of the different symbols being from the lower right hand up to the down to the lower left hand with the lotus wheel of chariot, conch shell, club respectively is called Janardana. The planetary portion of the Lord who controls the general mass. There are many other forms of the Lord with a varied situation of the symbol of lotus, conch shell, etc. They are differently known as Purushatma, Achyuta, Narsimha, Trivikrama, Harikesha, Keshava, Madhava, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarsana, Sridhara, Vasudeva, Damodara, Janardana, Narayana, Hari, Padmanabha, Vamana, Madhusudana, Govinda, Krishna, Vishnu Murti, Adokshaja and Upendra. These 24 forms of the localized personality of Godhead are worshipped in different parts of the planetary system, and in each system there is an incarnation of the Lord having a different Vaikuntha planet in the spiritual sky, which is called the Pranavayama. There are many other hundreds and scores of the different forms of the Lord, and each and every one of them has a particular planet in the spiritual sky, of which this material sky is only the fragmental offshoot. The Lord exists as a Purusha or the male enjoyer, although there is no comparing him any male form in the material world. But all such forms are Advaita, non-different from the one another, and each of them is eternally young. The young Lord with 4 hands is nicely decorated as described below. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjalachalakya Chakshurumilitam Vena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Swapitam Mena Bhutare Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Kadampi Sampadakam Vandeham Shri Guru Jivata Padagamnam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagarajatam Sagala Raghunatham Mitam Kam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sadhana Lalita Shri Vishakamsa Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Sapta Kantana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vijapan Sudev Pranamami Hari Pre Vanchakalpatirubhisha Kripa Sundevita Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibho Namaste Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasana Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Namo Pangajanabhaya Namo Pangajamaline Namo Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangre. Hare Krishna, welcome once again for the Nityam Bhagavad Sevya. Today we are starting with today was a description of the Paramatma form. Today is a new chapter starts, very interesting. And yesterday being a very elaborate, we have summarized so many of the past slokas. So today we will directly enter to the today's chapter. So Paramatma description begins from this sloka onwards. Having shown the bhakti, Sukadeva Goswami, the presence and absence of bhakti. So what happens is, so Sukadeva Goswami now speaks again about the process of dharana of the yogis in the form of a Paramatma. So yesterday we were discussed about the Virata Roop, form of the Virata Roop and yogis, types of yogis, and if there's Virata Roop meditate, they get Ashraya as a Paramatma, and if the devotee practice austerity, then he gets the Krishna Prema. So austerity also we are discussing. So today Sukadeva Goswami is describing the further to that. There are inferior yogis, they meditate on the universal form, that is Virata Rupa. But superior yogi, the first class yogi, the superior yogi meditate on Paramatma form. So that also we understood that Virata Rupa and Paramatma form. What is the Dharana Asaya? Dharana Asaya means object of meditation of the superior yogi. So for superior yogi, it is Paramatma. Some yogis means those who are in the sloka it says that Kinchit. Kinchit means some. Some yogis means those who are qualified to meditate on the Paramatma. So those who are qualified to meditate on Paramatma, those who are heart is very clean and very they meditate on the yoga, dharana, Paramatma, measuring on the pradesha. So in the slogan it says pradesha mantram. So say the pradesha mantra means the heart has a dimension of one pradesha. So heart has a mantra. So in the purpose, Prabhupada explained about 8 inches. That is from the ring, tip of the ring finger to the tip of the thumb. So it is approximately 8 inches. More than half scale size. So how do we understand this? Some yogis meditate upon the Paramatma, who is one pradesha, who is residing in the heart within the body and who holds the lotus, wheel, conch and club in his 4 hands. That is generally we call Sangha Chakra, Pada, Padma, Gada Padma. So these 4 things he is holding. So Paramatma has standard size only. So that we have to understand as a devotee. Even though it describes it, but even though the material size described, so you cannot compare with the material size. This has a fixed size. Or the size described in Paramatma, this means materially, in one sense, debilitating Paramatma. That means debilitating means to make somebody mind weaker. So it's weaker means confusion. Atma Ram Ram. So he is trying to tell about the size of the Paramatma. The Paramatma still exists in atom also. It is not only in human being, every atom is living. Of what size? So your doubt will come. This it is mentioned in the sloka. Sukadeva Goswami says that Pradesha, few inches. So let's take it as a few inches to avoid the confusion. Still he can exist between 2 atoms by measuring that much. So inches means that for your finger, half of the finger inches, or less than that, 1/3 of the finger you can take, that is inches. How? Because he is not material. So that we have to understand. Paramatma is not a material. So material object of measuring between 2 atoms can't be a few inches. So if you measure the between 2 atoms, the size may not be 2 inches. Atom is very tiny. You have to see it to the microscope, no? So that is atom. How can a Paramatma be a few inches inside the atom? It's not. For the material calculation, it is not possible. But spiritual, whereas the Paramatma is not a material, he is a transcendental. That means this kind of the restriction cannot be applicable for the Paramatma. You cannot say that no, you have to be only this. No. Paramatma is transcendental. Whether Paramatma exists in the heart of the human being, or mosquito, or amoeba, for all that few inches situated between 2 atoms. So whether it is in the Paramatma elephant, Paramatma elephant, or a human, or a atom, or amoeba, whatever you call that. Paramatma is the same only. It is not varying, because the elephant is very big, and for the human medium, atom is small, so it's small. No. So that clarity we should have. Paramatma is standard size. So Prabhupada says it's 8 inches. Like for mosquito 8 inches, no, we should not compare like that. Materially we should not measure the Paramatma size. We saw yogis who are having material desires, they are having material desires. Virata Rupa, if you start meditating, you have material desires. They call it as a secondary goal. So what the secondary goal? They want to enjoy the material things. They want to recommend to meditate on the Virata. Such people, we recommended to meditate on Virata Rupa. That's what we, few slokas back also we studied. By such meditation, if the heart becomes purified, even if you do Virata Rupa meditation, your heart gets purified. And they give up the secondary. What they have to do, once the heart is become pure, they have to give up the secondary goal. What is secondary goal? Material enjoyment, material appliances. And focus on the primary goal. What is the primary goal? Paramatma. Such yogis are qualified to meditate on Paramatma. So you get a qualification to meditate. So first you have to give up the material desire. So those yogis from the beginning had a primary goal as their desire. Okay, there are other class of yogis who are primary goals that they don't like to be enjoying in the material appliances. They go to the tapasya in Himalaya region, start meditating. So their goal is to desire. Those who are meditate on the Virata Purusha in their heart become purified. Subsequently qualified to meditate on Paramatma. Both of them meditate on Paramatma form of the Lord is mentioned. So Virata Rupa meditation people also, after heart is purified, they start meditating on Paramatma. There are people who are directly start meditating on the Paramatma also. They don't have any desire, so primary goal only, so directly they meditate on Paramatma. So both of them meditate on that. It's like for you to understand that you pass a SLC exam, you join in the college. But those who are failed in few subjects, what they will do? They will have to write a supplementary exam, which is only a few months difference, and they clear the exam, and then they also can join the same batch of college. Similarly, people who are directly meditating, that is direct passing of SLC, people who are failed, that is they meditate on Virata Rupa, cleanse their heart, and then they enter meditate on Paramatma. This is a supplementary student. Okay, clear? Okay, there are 4 types of yogis. Yogic practice dharana. Dharana is object of meditation. So what are the 4 types? So let us understand. The first type of yogis, we called yesterday also we are explaining. They meditate on prana and mind without using the form of the Lord. So they don't meditate on the form of the Lord, they meditate on the prana and the mind. So this is not approved by Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is people know they will meditate. You might have heard that people to meditate on the light. And some people know, I heard that they meditate on the mirror where their body has been visible for them. So they meditate on themselves only. So this is all rejected. Okay, you should meditate on Lord only. So the second type of yogis are become, they are straight away purified by meditating on the universal form. Virata Rupa, they meditate, they become purified, and just describing them, they meditate on the 4-arm form of the Paramatma. So they directly meditate on 4 arms of Paramatma, that is Garbhadaksha Vishnu.
But we meditate by chanting, right?
Yeah, we are Bhaktas. We are talking about yogis. I am saying that underlining, yogi. We are not called yogis. We are Bhaktas. So Bhakta is different category. We are talking, this chapter talking about yogis. So let us understand. That's why the Sukadeva Goswami said, to know the value of the good thing, you should know the bad thing, correct? If you struggle only, like other day also I gave the example, if you walk on the hot sun, then you know the value of the tree, shade of the tree, correct? So you should know the bad to understand the good, value of the good. So the second type becomes purified by the meditating. So Garbhadaksha Vishnu described in the 3rd canto 3.8.23. What did he describe? How the Garbhadaksha Vishnu looks like. He saw one Lord sleeping on the broad bed of Shesha. Shesha means another Shesha. The big snake, no? He's sleeping while white like a water lily. So lily is white, no? The water is like white. in the water of devastation, whose darkness, devastation means what? Full of waves. Big waves are coming, devastation, so much of very scary devastation. Whose darkness was dissipated by the light from the jewel of the top of the thousands of umbrella, like food of the snake, Sesha. So Antashesha's food is there. On the top of the head there is a jewels are there. From the jewel the light is coming. It is like you go, if you have you been to any seashore in the night time? Okay, what happens? There is a steamboats goes and ship and all, no? What they will do? They will put lights on the decorated lights on the boat, so that in the night, it is pitch dark. So how the other person knows that where the boat is? So if you go for recently we went to Kashi, Varanasi, and we went for Ganga Aarti. So we went in different boats, and the boats are decorated with lights. So nice to see. So similarly, the Anathasesha is a bed where Vishnu is sleeping, and the top of hood of the Anathasesha, the pulse jewels are there that gives a light. It is like focus light. So it illuminates the whole. It removes the darkness on the sea. The third type of yogi, after meditating on the universal form, like a supplementary student, no? So they meditate on the universal form, meditate on Virata Rupa, the Lord in the heart with 4 arms. Wow. They also meditate. What is the 4-arm Lord? The Vivasti Virat. It is a Sriyadaksha Vishnu. So Sriyadaksha, first is Garbhadaksha Vishnu, Sriyadaksha Vishnu, Paramatma form. Beside the Garbhadaksha Vishnu is super soul of particular universe. You know how the expansion happened? From the second quarter planet, there are 3 Vishnus are formed. Karadaksha Vishnu, from his hair post, all the universes are coming. Then Garbhadaksha Vishnu, he entered into each universe. He is a Vishnu's super soul. He is a super soul, no? He is in a Garbhadaksha Vishnu. Then comes Sriyadaksha Vishnu, he is a Paramatma form of the Jivas. In our body also there is a Jiva, no? So he comes in that form. So you understood the 3 Vishnus, and each Vishnu whom they meditate. For the first class boys, they meditate on Garbhadaksha Vishnu. Supplementary student, they meditate on Sriyadaksha Vishnu. The 4th type of yogi is a pure in heart already. They are already pure in heart. That is a fantastic voice. Refers to those who are being pure in heart, meditate on Virata Rupa, Sriyadaksha Vishnu in the heart. So they directly on Paramatma form they meditate. Okay. One meditate on the form who assume that size of the heart of one Pradesha. Pradesha mantra means, I told that region, heart region is there. The size of the heart is, here Prabhupada says 8 inches, but we can take some inches because materialistically we cannot measure the Paramatma. So it is like that. It is a confidential measurement you used to do it. Even though he is in that size, even though he is in 8 inches size, by inconceivable energy, Lord is inconceivable energy, he has a form of a boy of 15 years old. No, so he's when you meditate, what size of the boy is coming? He is coming in the form of a 15 years old boy. But it is said that Santam Vase Kishori. Kishori means 14, 15, 16 years old. Kishori. So Srimad Bhagavatam 3.28.17 it describes that for Paramatma how what is the size. So even though few inches can easily one who can meditate, who meditates as if he is normal boy. So when you say that tiniest one, you cannot able to meditate on that. You need some Virata Rupa. Why they are talking? So that he can meditate big. So some size is, when I say that elephant, then you can imagine, okay, elephant has a big trunk, it is 15-20 feet tall, correct, no? So if it is big, you can imagine all the things. So people who are pure in heart, they meditate. For them, the boy is 15 years old by how high he is. Okay, this is due to the inquisible potency of the Lord. I was telling that. Even though you meditate on swing chairs, but in his heart, he looks when Bharat, Dhruva Maharaj, when he meditates, the Lord in his heart, he's a pure, his heart is pure. So he meditates. That is nothing but our Krishna, 15 years old. Who is that? Shyamasundara, he is always 15 years, 15, 16 years old. So here the sloka says that Vasanta means who has made his resident there as a Paramatma. So in the heart he is residing as in the form of a Paramatma. Clear? So Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So for tomorrow may not be the class. So Sunday will be the next sloka 9 and 10. It will be describing more about the Paramatma form. So it will be very interesting. Don't miss the class on Sunday. Thank you. Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.